comic and superhero fans rejoice. The Albuquerque Comic Expo is happening this weekend with some very special guests, including one that I am very excited about. The original Incredible Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, in the studio here in Albuquerque for the Comic Expo. Lou,
good morning.
Pleasure to meet you, man. I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, Lou, first question. What compelled you to be part of the Albuquerque Comic Expo?
Well, we're expecting a big show this weekend. It's at the Albuquerque Convention Center, and expecting like 15,000 people.
Wow.
I've never really done a big convention here in Albuquerque because pop culture is on the rise now, and it's great for kids because it had nothing to do with drugs, sex, or violence. It had to do with family or generations. They could see by comic book Q&A, they can meet their favorite celebrities and connect with the celebrities. And I'm excited to be here because of the fact that I have a huge fan base here.
Yeah. That's really, and you do. You have a huge fan base. I mean, just in the two Casa studios, everyone very excited. So I got to ask you, when you were originally cast as the Incredible Hulk, I know that, you were a professional bodybuilder. You were, that's where you were going. You saw this casting call for this show. You were one of the largest bodybuilders, if not the largest, I believe, at the time, professional bodybuilders.
The largest.
Did you ever imagined that the show would have the sort of years and years and years of popularity that it did?
Well, when I shot the pilot, I was hoping to become a series. And they said if it doesn't become a series, you could always go on what you call Betamax, like VHS. And a lot of people got to see it. But then after we shot the second pilot, when it hit the air, they got picked up as a series. But the interesting thing is that I had no idea for like 35 years later, pop culture, and the legacy is like 40 years because I use my voice for the Avengers, and also I have cameo in the last 2 Hulk movies, and also I've done over 40 films.
Yeah, and some of the films too. I think I Love You, Man. You had a great role in that as well. And it really is great because you have become a huge pop icon in addition to just all the work in the Incredible Hulk. I mean, people know the name Lou Ferrigno. So after the Incredible Hulk, you're doing all of these things. What else is going on in your world? I know that you are still very active in fitness and healthy lifestyles and sort of sharing that with the next generation.
Well, I have a business called Ferrignofit.com teaches you how to become a personal trainer. You don't need a trainer, and customize meal plan and all body type. Now I'm promoting my first big competition in Santa Barbara. The last week of November. It's called the FerrignoLegacy.com. Men's fitness, women's fitness, and bodybuilding championship, and I'm expanding because I want to give back and increase my legacy. Have to do with health and fitness.
Okay, that's fantastic, and of course we'll have links on that at casa.com. So this weekend, the Albuquerque Comic Expo, what are you looking forward to most?
Meeting the fan, because I have all my posters, my pictures, photo ops at the table, and fans walking away with a smile on their face because as a kid, as a child, I didn't have anything like this to go to. So it makes me feel good. I like reliving my childhood.
That's great.
And tomorrow going to be from 2 to 6, Saturday 10 to 7, and then Sunday 10 to 5. It's a $40 pass for all weekend, and kids 10 years or younger for free.
10 years and younger get in free.
Free.
That's great.
Yeah, under
so
10.
When you do these, you have these young kids that come in that obviously were not born while the series was on air, but they come in and they see the original Hulk. What does that do for you to realize that you have spawned a sort of legion of fans that were not even born when you were on air?
Well, it makes me feel good because there's a lot of actors that are forgotten. They've done TV series. And with me, I was able to take this little Hulk and brought into a situation where you have the Hulk audience, also the bodybuilder audience. But the thing is the fact that when I'm with the fans, they have interesting questions about the series, and they're the ones that support the show. They're the ones that enable me to have on my Facebook over 2 million visitors.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And also, I've been a sheriff for 10 years.
That's right.
And I love it. Sometimes when I travel to different states, visit different sheriff departments, because I've been a deputy sheriff for 10 years in Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah.
So does anyone ever, have you ever made like a bust or something, or you go up with someone and they freak out because they're getting arrested by the Hulk?
Oh yeah,
You really know you're in trouble
They
when
give
that
me their
happens.
autograph instead of having to give them my autograph.
That's right.
Sign the ticket and everything.
That's right. Well, speaking of, you can get your autograph from this man, Lou Ferrigno, this weekend at the Albuquerque Comic Expo. Head over to casa.com, click on the Casa blog. We will have links. And I believe you guys are coming back a little later. Brittany and I are going to talk on style. We'll talk a little bit more.
Yeah, it could be a big show. I'm expecting at least 15,000 people.
That's great. Yeah, get out there, folks. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, time now.